Hello, all my friends online. Today, I'm going to be talking about things that you probably did not know about me. Uh, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit sick. I have a little bit of the flu, cold, whatever it's called. Today, I'm going to be talking about things that you probably didn't know about me. First of all, I'm going to be talking about my life as a teenager when I was in middle school, in the high school. Well, when I was in middle school, unfortunately, I stopped brushing my teeth. That was a while ago, a couple of years ago. So when I was in middle school, I stopped brushing my teeth, and I only started brushing my teeth like every once in a while. No, not really. I would brush my teeth like once a day, once every 2 days, maybe once every 3 days back when I was in middle school. But going even further back in time, when I was in elementary school, I was brushing my teeth 3 times a day. So let me start all over. Yeah, in elementary school, I would brush my teeth every single day, 3 times a day. From the moment that I was a baby, my parents, like, they would brush my teeth in elementary school. I would brush my teeth myself 3 times a day. But by the time I got to middle school, I don't know, I just got lazy, I guess, a little bit lazy. And I would just brush my teeth like once a day or once every 2 days, maybe every once in a while, once every 3 days. Uh, until about 2 years ago, I started getting cavities on my mouth for the first time ever in my lifetime. I had never had cavities in my mouth, ever. I didn't even know what cavities were. I didn't even know what that was. I had no idea what that was. I had never investigated. All I've heard is about all the kids saying, like, I got cavities. I didn't even know what in the world was that. Until one day, I woke up in the morning and I saw like a little dark spot in the front of my teeth. And I thought it was like a piece of food stuck in my mouth. That's what I thought in my mind. So I started brushing my teeth again, and then all of a sudden, I realized that that little dark spot is not going away. And then I kept brushing my teeth, and I started feeling like it was like something is stuck in my mouth. I thought it was like a little piece of food stuck in my mouth between my teeth. Uh, as the days passed by, I noticed that that little dark spot was getting larger and larger, and then it turned into a hole. And then also, I would chew gum like every single day back then, like 2 years ago. I would chew gum like daily when I was in high school, when I was in middle school, high school. And then I left high school and I would chew gum like daily, like almost like every 5 minutes, I was like chewing gum. It's like I became addicted to gum. Um, so that's one of the reasons why I no longer talk in front of you. I only talk when I don't have a person in front of me. When I have a camera in front of me, I'll talk all the time, but not when I'm talking in front of a person. That's because of my cavities. They have gotten so severe within 2 years that I'm about to lose two of my front teeth, my frontal teeth. And it's too expensive for me to try to like replace them or go to the dentist, and replace them. Um, I don't know what am I gonna do now. I wish I could replace him now, but I have to wait. Um, the dentist is too expensive here in the United States. It's more than about $3,000 for them to do implants on your mouth for like one teeth, which I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, if you go to other countries and you try to do like dental implants, they're only going to charge you like $200, $100. Okay, if you go like to Mexico City, if you go to South America, and if you want to fix your teeth, you want to replace your teeth for some artificial teeth, like implants, that's all it's going to cost you is like $100, $200 to replace your teeth. In here in America, they're trying to charge you $3,000 for it. In my point of view, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. That's too much, too expensive. That's why I don't like going to doctors. Even if I'm sick, I won't go to the doctor. Even if I need to go to the dentist, I don't go to the dentist. Did you know that the last time I went to the dentist was like a freaking long time ago? The last time I went to the dentist, I was 10 years old. And ever since, I have never been back to the dentist. Because I think it's just too freaking expensive. They're just trying to rip you off. In my point of view, other people might think differently. For the rich people, it's like they don't care how much money they spend. But I do. I do care how much money I spend. Even on my own self. Anyway, that's one of the reasons why I don't talk that much anymore. I stopped talking about 2 years ago. Slowly stopped talking all the way until today. I don't talk to people like when I'm in front of them. Because I'm shy, because I don't want them to see my mouth, my front teeth, they're rotting away. Just two of my teeth. It's not like my whole mouth, it's just two of my teeth. And the worst thing about it is that the two teeth that have cavities, they're like right in front of my mouth. That's the only problem, but that all the time I'm always talking with my mouth closed. I try not to ever open my mouth in front of people, even in front of camera, So that's the first thing I was going to talk about today. By the time I got to high school, I started brushing my teeth again, maybe twice a day. So here's the thing. When I was in high school, I began to disagree with my dad in many things. Like me and my dad, we do not have the same political party. One of us is Republican, the other person is Democrat. I'm not going to say who's the one that is Republican and who's the one that is Democrat. But me and my dad, we do not get along with that. Because he has one political party, I have another belief, and we cannot agree with each other like that. But anyway, that's one of the things. When I was around like 13 years old, maybe 14, something like that, my stepmother, she bought me a computer, a desktop. So I would sit on my computer all the time, on the internet. And then I would stay awake like all night long. And then I had to go to school the next morning. I had to wake up the next morning around 5 or 5:30 in the morning because I had to be at school at 7 a.m. I think it was 7 or 7:30, something like that. But I had to be at the bus stop by 6:30 in the morning. So I would just stay awake all night, and it was like an addiction. I couldn't go to sleep. I would stay awake all night on my computer until like 2, 3 in the morning, and then I had to wake up by 5 or 5:30 in the morning So even on Saturdays and Sundays, on the weekends, I would stay awake pretty much all night long. So one of those days, I mean, every Thursday, my dad would tell me, make sure you take the trash out before the truck comes, like around 7, 8 in the morning. So every morning I had to like take the trash out from the front of the house and move it to the front, by the sidewalk before 8 in the morning, or maybe 7:30. I don't remember the exact time that truck would come, every Thursday. So one of those days, I forgot to take the trash out. Well, no, actually, I fell asleep. And by the time I woke up, it was around 10 in the morning. And then when I woke up, I'm like, oh no, I forgot to take the trash out. And it was too late because the truck had already come and picked up all the trash, from the neighborhood. So by the time my dad came home on that night, he was so angry, he was so mad at me that I did not took the trash out to the front of the, the sidewalk by the mailbox, So my dad told me, he just grabbed the trash cans and he put them right inside my bedroom. And I will never forget that. But I do forgive my dad. I forgive my dad for everything, I know we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I was so sad, mad, angry. I didn't know what to feel like. Because there were 2 trash cans inside my bedroom next to my bed. And there were like maggots coming out of the trash bags, you know how the trash smells like rotten food, it was a very horrible, terrible smell. And he told me, you gotta keep those trash cans for the rest of the week until next Thursday, so you learn a lesson not to ever forget to take the trash out, to the front of the street, by the sidewalk. So I remember I had to sleep on the street on that night because I could not take that smell of garbage. And I could, there were maggots coming out of the trash can. They were like all over the floor of my bedroom. They were getting on top of my bed. I was so disgusted about it that I could not sleep in my bedroom like that. I slept on the backyard on that night. And the next morning, his wife, my dad's wife, told him, please, let him, sleep back in the bedroom again, because, remove those trash cans, and put them back outside the street. And my dad, he said, okay, I'll do it. So I only slept on the street for like 2 nights. Then after he removed the trash cans from my bedroom and he put them back out in the street, I had to clean out my bedroom, wash everything, all my bed covers, because there had been maggots all over my bed, all over the floor of my bedroom. That was a sad story. So the thing that I did, I was so mad at my dad about doing that inside my head I said, the day I turn 18 years old, I'm walking out this house and I'm never coming back ever again. And guess what I did? One day before I turned 18 years old, I started packing up in the middle of the night without telling my dad, without telling anyone that I was leaving his house. I waited until he went to sleep one day before I turned 18. In the middle of the night, I started packing up after he went to sleep. And I did not sleep that whole night. The next morning, I remember I waited until he left work. He left to work. Once he left to work, I started moving all my stuff out to the front of the street, in front of the house. because my sister was going to come and pick me up from another state. Okay, my dad, he lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and my sisters, they lived in Maryland. So my sister came from Maryland to pick me up in Nashville, Tennessee. So that day that I turned 18, I remember that she came around 8 in the morning, and I put all of my stuff into a truck, and I left the house without telling my dad I was leaving, without paying him for the next month rent, because I was not going to be in there. My dad was so mad, so pissed off that I had left. By the time he got home, there was nothing in my bedroom. I left my bedroom completely empty with nothing on it. It was like empty. There was nothing in my room. I took my bed, I took my curtains, I took everything from my bedroom. And then my dad was mad and worried. I don't know how he felt like it, because it was like the last days of the month, and the next month was about to come. He had to pay his rent, his water bills, his electric bills, and I don't know. I just left him stranded, like stuff like that. But anyway, so the day I turned 18 years old, I left without telling him, without saying anything. I just left, and I did not came back. And look at me where I am now. I am self-dependent. I don't live with my sister anymore. I live by myself. I'm not scared of anything, I left, So that's pretty much all I'm gonna say on this video. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, like this video, right? Comment down below what type of videos you would like me to do next, and I'm gonna do it. If you want me to do a challenge, any type of challenge, whatever, I'll think about it. Just leave it down in the comments, and I might do a challenge. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video, and later.